A very good morning, your viewers. You're watching Republic TV, and my name is Priyanka Das. And welcome to today's segment of Quick Morning, where we delve into the latest news and updates from around the country and across the world to set the tone for your day. Tracking on the latest from the Kolkata rape murder case and BJP to hold CEC meeting. Stay tuned as Republic TV brings you the ground realities of these developments. But that's not all. We'll also be bringing you the latest updates from the realms of business, sports and entertainment in our jam-packed lineup for this morning. So let's kickstart today's Mega News Day here on Republic. As always, with Nation First, this Quick Morning. In the ongoing investigation into the Kolkata rape and murder case, significant developments have emerged as the CBI has rescheduled crucial polygraph tests for two main suspects. The CBI had previously conducted the polygraph test on five individuals, including 4 doctors, as part of their probe into the heinous crimes. However, the test for the primary accused Sanjay was delayed due to technical and logistical challenges at the prison. The rescheduled test is now set to take place today. The political landscape in Jammu and Kashmir remains in flux following the announcement of a pre-poll alliance between the National Conference and Congress for the upcoming elections. Despite the alliance, the parties have yet to finalize their seat-sharing arrangement, leading to ongoing disagreements. Following the alliance announcement, reactions from various political figures and parties have been swift. Mehbooba Mufti criticized the alliance, alleging that the NC and Congress have joined forces not for the benefit of the people but for their own interests. Mufti reiterated her party's call for the reinstatement of Article 370, a stance that continues to drive her party's agenda.
तो बहुत दूर की बात है, सीट शेयरिंग तो बहुत दूर की बात है। अगर कांग्रेस नेशनल कॉन्फ्रेंस हमारे एजेंडे को अपनाने के लिए तैयार है कि रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ कश्मीर जरूरी है, टॉप प्रायोरिटी है, रास्ते खोलना, बाकी हम बोलेंगे उनको आप भी सारी सीटें लड़ो, हम आपके पीछे पे चलेंगे। बिकॉज मेरे लिए रेजोल्यूशन ऑफ कश्मीर प्रॉब्लम इज मच मोर इम्पोर्टेंट देन एनीथिंग एल्स। जम्मू कश्मीर के लोगों की इज्जत नफस जो इस वक्त रोंदा जा रहा है वो ज्यादा जरूरी है। ये सीट मुझे 4 दो, आप 3 दो, ये मेरे लिए कोई मायने नहीं रखती है।
An encounter erupted between the security forces and terrorists in Sopore, Jammu and Kashmir, resulting in the elimination of 1 terrorist and the recovery of weaponry. The operation was conducted by Sopore police in coordination with the 32 Rashtriya Rifle. According to reports, the encounter began after terrorists targeted a patrolling party, prompting a swift response from the security forces. The Indian Army has confirmed that the operation is continuing following specific intelligence regarding the militant activity in the area. The confrontation has led to a significant exchange of fire with the security forces working to neutralize the remaining terrorists and ensure the safety of the region. The BJP will convene a CEC meeting today in Delhi to discuss the finalized candidates for the upcoming state assembly elections in Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir. The meeting will be chaired by BJP National President JP Nadda and attended by key party members including Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The Election Commission of India has announced the assembly election dates for the 2 states, marking a significant political event. The Jammu and Kashmir assembly election, scheduled to begin on September 18th and span 3 phases, the final phase of voting in Jammu and Kashmir will conclude on October 4th. Meanwhile, Haryana will vote in a single phase on October 1st, with counting results scheduled for October 4th. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is set to visit Maharashtra and Rajasthan today. During the visit, he will take part in key events and ceremonies. Prime Minister Modi will attend the Lakpati Didi Sammelan at Jalgaon in Maharashtra. During this event, he will felicitate 11 lakh new Lakpati Didis, women who have achieved significant financial milestones through self-help groups. Additionally, the Prime Minister will release a fund of Rs 2,500 crore aimed at benefiting approximately 48 lakh members of 4.3 lakh self-help groups. He will also disburse bank loans totaling Rs 5,000 crore to further support these groups. Following his visit to Maharashtra, Prime Minister Modi will travel to Jodhpur, Rajasthan, where he will be the chief guest at the concluding ceremony of the Platinum Jubilee celebrations of the Rajasthan High Court. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi has called for a nationwide caste census and challenged the existing 50% reservation ceiling. Speaking at the Samvidhan Samman Sammelan, Gandhi criticized the current reservation cap by stating that he does not accept the 50% reservation barrier and it must be increased. Gandhi emphasized the need for a caste census to ensure effective policy making and better representation for marginalized communities. He argued that the census is crucial for understanding and addressing the needs of the 90% of the population he claims are excluded from the current reservation system. An NRI was shot at inside his home in Daburji village, Amritsar. The incident involved two assailants allegedly linked to the victim's ex-in-laws. The attackers, who arrived on a motorcycle, confronted the victim, Sukhsher Singh, outside his home and then forcibly took him inside. They shot him twice, hitting him in the head and near the chest. Singh was rushed to a private hospital and is reported to be out of danger. Following the shooting, opposition parties have criticized the Aam Aadmi Party's government for its handling of law and order in Punjab. Police have identified the suspects and are conducting raids across Punjab to apprehend them. We are tracking the top business stories for the day. We bring you the latest updates from the world of business, India's economic landscape, getting you more on the center, announced new unified pension scheme. Stay tuned as we delve into the key highlights shaping the business world today. The centre has announced a new unified pension scheme aimed at bringing assured pension benefits to central government employees. It comes after numerous protests by several non-BJP ruled states against the new pension scheme. Union Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw stated that UPS would cover around 23 lakh central government employees. He said that it assures 50% of the basic salary averaged over the last 12 months before retirement as a pension to those employees who render at least 25 years of service. The new policy will allow people who have put in at least 25 years of service in the government to receive half of their average basic pay during the last year of service as a pension.
इस स्कीम के 5 पिलर्स हैं। सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट विषय था कर्मचारियों की तरफ से कि हमें अश्योर्ड अमाउंट एक चाहिए। इस डिमांड पे एक मेथोडिकल वे में काम करके और एक्चुअरियल साइंसेस जो लोग आगे का भविष्य का रिक्वायरमेंट वगैरह कंप्यूट करने का एक तरीका होता है जिसको एक्चुअरियल साइंस बोलते हैं, उनके साथ मिलके कई तरह के फाइनेंशियल मॉडल्स को प्रोजेक्ट करके और सबके साथ मिलके एक सिस्टमेटिक तरीके से 50% assured pension.
The government has drastically reduced the drawback rates on exports of gold and silver jewellery in response to the reduction of the import duty over the discussion during the union budget. A notification to this effect was issued by the Department of Revenue, stating that these rates have been slashed by over 50%. The revised rates reduce the drawback on gold jewellery exports to rupees 335.5 per gram of net gold content from the previous rate of rupees 704.1. In the case of silver jewellery, the drawback rate was cut to rupees 4,468 per kilogram of net silver content from the earlier rate. Software provider Cognizant Trizetto has filed a lawsuit against Indian tech giant Infosys, alleging theft of trade secrets related to its healthcare insurance software. Cognizant's lawsuit claims that Infosys unlawfully accessed and extracted data from its proprietary databases, using this information to develop and market competing software products. The lawsuit details how Infosys allegedly misused Cognizant's Trizetto software, including Facets and QNext, which are used by healthcare insurance companies for automating administrative tasks. Infosys has denied the allegations, stating that it will defend itself vigorously in court. FMCG distributors have raised serious concerns about the rapid and unregulated expansion of quick commerce platforms. The All India Consumer Products Distributors Federation has urged the government to investigate these companies, warning that their unchecked growth is creating an uneven playing field and threatening millions of small retailers and traditional distributors. In a letter to the Commerce and Industry Minister, Piyush Goyal, the AICPDF has highlighted the disruptive impact of quick commerce platforms. which promise delivery within 10 to 30 minutes, platforms like Blinkit, Zepto and Instamart are reportedly securing direct deals with large FMCG companies, bypassing the traditional distribution networks. Moving on to our international segment, where we are tracking the ground pulse of some of the biggest global headlines. Today, we delve into the significant developments from around the world, from relief for Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore after being stranded in space. Stay tuned as we unravel the latest updates shaping the global landscape. After being stranded in space, Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore are set to return to Earth in February next year. NASA's announcement cited the prolonged stay of both the astronauts at the International Space Station for nearly 3 months. The mission was marked by persistent thruster failures and helium leaks, leading to an extended stay at the ISS. The Boeing Starliner capsule, which experienced several issues during the mission, will remain uncrewed. However, Sunita Williams will have to remain in space for additional 5 months. NASA has confirmed that Sunita Williams and Butch Wilmore will join Crew 9 for the return mission in February 2025.
Space flight is risky, even at its safest, and even at its most routine. And a test flight by nature is neither safe nor routine. And so the decision to keep Butch and Sunny aboard the International Space Station and bring the Boeing Starliner home uncrewed is a result of a commitment to safety. Our core value is safety, and it is our North Star.
A roadside bomb attached to a motorcycle exploded near a police office in Pishing, southwestern Pakistan on Saturday. The blast resulted in the deaths of at least 2 children and left 15 others injured, including policemen and passerby. Local police official Mujibur Rahman reported that the bomb appeared to have been detonated remotely. The wounded individuals, some in critical condition, were taken to a nearby hospital. The bodies of the deceased were also transported to the hospital. No group has yet claimed responsibility for the attack, and an investigation is underway. 3 authorities in Italy have launched a probe into the sinking of a super yacht which killed 7 people, including British tech magnate Mike Lynch. The British-flagged yacht carrying 22 people sank during a violent storm. Over the past 4 days, divers have recovered 7 bodies from the wreck, including that of Lynch's 18-year-old daughter, Hannah. Initially, civil protection officials said they believe the yacht, which featured a distinctive 75-meter aluminum mast, was struck by a tornado over the water known as waterspout. Investigators were asked why the crew was almost entirely saved except for the chef, while 6 passengers remained trapped in the hull. The World Robot Conference 2024 in Beijing is showcasing over 60 new products from international manufacturers. The event, which features 169 global companies such as ABB, Tesla and KUKA, will run for 5 days and highlight more than 600 exhibits. Attendees can explore advancements in robotics, including core components like force sensors and navigation systems. With China holding a substantial share of the world's robotics patents, the conference underscores the country's leading role in the industry's rapid evolution. Tropical storm Hone is approaching Hawaii and is expected to strengthen into a hurricane over the weekend. The storm may bring heavy rain and strong wind to the southern parts of the islands, potentially causing flooding and increasing wildfire risk. The National Weather Service has issued a tropical storm warning for Hawaii County, which includes the Big Island. While the Hawaii Tourism Authority has advised travelers that it remains safe to visit, they recommend postponing outdoor activities but not cancelling the trips. Ukraine observed its 33rd Independence Day on Saturday with a somber tone, marking 30 months of war with Russia. The day was marked with commemorative for the fallen civilians and soldiers. With no fireworks or parades planned, in Kyiv, people dressed in traditional embroidered shirts and took photos with the national flag. A prisoner exchange took place on this Independence Day. Ukraine secured the release of 115 servicemen, many captured early in the invasion, in exchange for 115 Russian soldiers captured during Ukraine's recent operations in the Kursk region. The Kursk operation has opened a new front in the war, with Ukrainian forces seizing significant territory and capturing hundreds of Russian soldiers. The Russian Red Cross is providing humanitarian aid to civilians evacuated from areas bordering Ukraine as the conflict in the Kursk region extends into its third week. The city of Kursk has seen a significant influx of evacuees from surrounding border towns and villages. The Red Cross is delivering essential supplies, including food and hygiene products, to those affected. Volunteers and aid workers are offering critical support amid the challenging circumstances, bringing relief to many displaced by the ongoing conflict. Alright viewers, it's time to dive into the world of sports with our segment dedicated to all the action-packed highlights and exciting matchups. Today we bring you the latest updates from the Paralympics. Keep listening to all the buzz right here on our sports segment. The Paralympic flame was lit in Stoke Mandeville, marking the start of the Paralympic Games. Stoke Mandeville, a village northwest of London, is recognized as the birthplace of the Paralympic movement. The ceremony took place in Buckinghamshire, where the first Stoke Mandeville Games were held in 1948 for wheelchair athletes who had been injured during World War II. The founder of these games, Ludwig Guttmann, was a Jewish neurosurgeon who escaped Nazi Germany and worked at the Stoke Mandeville Hospital.
For everyone involved in Paralympic movement, Stoke Mandeville represents sacred and cherished ground. It is here, a little over 76 years ago, that the visionary pioneer, Sir Ludwig Guttmann, created the Paralympic movement. I don't know about you guys, but I can feel his presence here today, no doubt about it.
At the E1 Series race in Lake Como on Sunday, Will Smith's team Westbrook Racing emerged victorious. The event saw notable figures such as tennis star Rafa Nadal and actor Will Smith in attendance. Despite strong performances from Team Brazil, Team Rafa and Team Brady, it was Westbrook Racing that secured the overall win, earning 20 points. Team Rafa finished in second place, earning 16 points, while Team Brazil took third. The results contribute to the ongoing battle for the championship lead. Lando Norris secured pole position in Saturday's qualifying for the Formula One Dutch Grand Prix, overtaking Max Verstappen's usual dominance at his home race. Norris's impressive final lap was 0.356 seconds faster than Verstappen's breaking lateral streak of pole positions at Zandvoort. Oscar Piastri qualified third for McLaren, while Carlos Sainz Jr. and Lewis Hamilton faced surprising lower positions, with Sainz finishing 11th and Hamilton 12th. Verstappen acknowledged the challenge posed by Norris and remains optimistic for the race.
Yeah, I'm happy with the front row, even though qualifying was very difficult. Every run, I mean, probably everyone says it, the balance was a bit different with the wind, but yeah, it's just very difficult to be fast. But at the end, still on the front row, splitting the McLarens, which I think is a positive, and it still, of course, gives us opportunities for tomorrow, but of course we have to stay realistic. I mean, it was 3.5 tenths, I think it's quite a big gap. Yeah, I'm happy with the front row, even though qualifying was very difficult. Every run, I mean, probably everyone says it, the balance was a bit different with the wind, but yeah, it's just very difficult to be fast. But at the end, still on the front row, splitting the McLarens, which I think is a positive, and it still, of course, gives us opportunities for tomorrow, but of course we have to stay realistic. I mean, it was 3.5 tenths, I think it's quite a big.
Borussia Dortmund secured a 2-0 win over Eintracht Frankfurt in the Bundesliga on Saturday. Due to 2 goals from Jamie Bino Gittens, both goals came in the second half, marking a successful debut for Dortmund's new manager, Nuri Sahin. Earlier in the day, SC Freiburg's victory over Stuttgart placed them at the top of the table, with Dortmund now in second place. Bino Gittens expressed satisfaction with his performance and the team's effort.
Right now, I'm happy right now. I feel good. I scored 2 goals. It was a tough game. They played great defense, so had to break out sometimes. But I'm happy so far. I'm happy. Yeah, it was a top pass, and yeah, I finished it. So that's what I'm practicing in training a lot. In training to finish a goal like this, and I've done it today. So I'm happy.
Porto continued their strong start to the season with a 2-0 win against Rio Ave at Estadio do Dragão on Saturday. Galeno scored the opening goal in the first minute, followed by Nico Gonzalez's second goal 30 minutes later. Rio Ave's Patrick was sent off just before halftime, reducing the visitors to 10-0. Despite several opportunities, neither team scored after the break, and Porto maintained their unbeaten record. Ji Shin is leading the Women's British Open at the Old Course in St Andrews, Scotland with a score of 7 under par after challenging third round. Shin shot at a 67, putting her one stroke ahead of American Lilia Wu, who is at 6 under after 71. Overnight leader Nelly Korda struggled in the latter part of her round, finishing at 5 under with a 75. Tracking the buzz, it's time to delve into the world of entertainment. Today we bring you updates from Kerala, where serious allegations of misbehavior have been filed against a prominent figure from the Malayalam industry by a Bengali actress. This and more as we unravel all the latest updates from the entertainment industry this morning. Kerala Minister Sanjay has pledged to take action against Ranjit, the chairman of the Kerala Chalachitra Academy, following serious allegations of misbehavior by a Bengali actress. The actress has accused the chairman of inappropriate conduct during a meeting about a film project, which has led her to withdraw from the project. Meanwhile, Congress youth workers have staged a protest in front of Minister Cherian's residence demanding action against Ranjit in response to the allegations made by the Bengali actress. A federal judge has narrowed Russian-Austrian operatic soprano Anna Netrebek's lawsuit against Metropolitan Opera to focus solely on gender discrimination. U.S. District Judge dismissed Netrebek's claims of defamation, breach of contract, and discrimination based on national origin. The lawsuit filed by the Russian soprano on August 2023 followed the Met's decision to drop her from the future engagements after Russia's invasion of Ukraine in February 2022. Met General Manager Peter Gelb had asked Netrebek to disavow Russian President Vladimir Putin, which she did not. Academy Award-winning actor Denzel Washington hinted his retirement from acting following his role in upcoming sequel Gladiator II. Denzel expressed his excitement about the project and hinted that it could mark the end of his acting career. Filmmaker Ridley Scott has described The Gladiator II as one of his best work. Hollywood actor Channing Tatum experienced a bout of illness after accidentally swallowing pool water while filming Blink Twice. Tatum's fiancée Kravitz recalled the incident, stating that he was ill for 12 hours. Despite the unpleasant experience, Tatum and Kravitz have been focusing on their film. With this marks Kravitz's directorial debut. Costume designer Karen Mueller-Serrault stated that she loved working on the series The New Look as there were so many different things happening in the story. The show delves into the lives of designers Christian Dior and Coco Chanel as they navigate family and work during the Nazi occupation of Paris. Serrault highlights the contrast in the series between the glamorous Dior ball gowns and the stark striped uniforms worn in concentration camps. She notes the challenge of replicating Dior's iconic looks precisely, working closely with Dior's archives to ensure accuracy.
Loved the fact that there were so many different things happening in this story. They were from different angles. We were going from, the diversity of it really, going from these fashion shows to concentration camps. And I mean, that was just like really exciting to be able to have fashion in those different places. And to me, sort of in the concentration camps, the fact that we were, they were taking off people's clothes and taking away their personalities and through fashion. And at the same time, we had these fashion shows going on that were bringing sort of hope and a kind of brighter future.
In the latest development, the controlled demolition of a retired power plant in northern New Mexico sent 400-foot cooling towers crashing to the ground in a cloud of dust. The demolition ends more than 50 years of generating electricity from coal at the San Juan Generating Station that opened in 1973. The plant, operated by Public Service Company of New Mexico, was shuttered in 2022 in a move that sent financial ripples through the surrounding communities. The plant is part of a wave of coal-burning units to be retired as New Mexico and other states try to fight climate change by requiring more carbon-free sources of electricity. Environmental advocates have hailed the demolition as a milestone in efforts to reduce air pollution and water consumption in the generation of electricity from sources including solar panels and wind turbines. And that's a wrap for today's segment of Quick Morning. Don't go anywhere, viewers, as we'll be right back tracking the top headlines and biggest stories from across the globe, only on Republic TV.